us Sunil sir,
Yeah.
veteran in the trade. I know him from almost 3 decades now. We've admired you, the trade has admired you. We have seen you, how you have managed many things which came to us as good things, difficult things, and horrible things. You've been part of the trade in a leadership position. You have given a lot of hope to the trade. Through you, a lot of webinars and international exchange programs have taken place. I also know sir as a big trainer.
Yes, I do. And not just for Indian market, across globe.
Across the globe.
Welcome, Sunil ji. Thanks for taking out time for Travel World Online. Welcome.
So I will start with here, sir. I think you will be the best to give a reply. You have almost knowledge of everything. This current geopolitical tension which has happened now, as per you, what is the ground reality?
If you try to deviate from the Middle East geography of travel, and you are looking at traveling to Europe or US or even Africa, you have to deviate a lot or travel on European airlines. As a result of this war, the impact on pricing is phenomenal. People have delayed their travel, for now stopped travel, and I read a recent article from WTTC, World Travel and Tourism.
Council.
West Asia is losing around $600 million per day, which is about 5,000 crore rupees every day.
Every day.
Now, if this is a kind of a ground reality that is currently existing, and with uncertainty looming large, nobody knows when the war will be over. You open the channel this morning and it says Iran refused to have a dialogue with the US on ceasefire, which means the countries involved are not even willing to talk to one another to find a solution to this challenge. And this aggravates the scenario further, negatively impacts the travel trade, and especially because the route called the Hormuz is now under the control of Iran, and they decide which ship to go and which ship not to go or to sail. Now, this has impacted on fuel extensively.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of fuel stations are bombed, and the energy, nobody knows what percentage of reserve stock that was available to the world is now depleted. So this is again an uncertainty. For some of us, the silver lining is our government. This morning we had sent out letters to the Ministry of Petroleum, the Ministry of Civil Aviation, thanking them for limiting the enhanced price of ATF to 25. It started off as if it would be 100% increase effective 1st of April. But the intervention of the government, the Honorable Prime Minister, both these ministries, curtailed it at 25%. So we have also written to them saying, look, please don't allow this impact to spread further, because it will make it very difficult for Indian travelers to afford this kind of a sudden spurt and to withhold further increases. Now, whether the government would listen to this or not, but a representation has to go, and TAAI has sent such a representation.
Got it, sir.
Sunil ji, as you rightly said, Middle East is a big transit hub for Indians. This is affecting business in a big way. Do you see an opportunity for India to be the next hub for the world?
It's a very big opportunity. Very, very big opportunity. But the point is that it takes some time. The point is the world has to recognize that India as a potential hub is feasible, because India by itself needs to evolve to reach that stature of a transit hub. We need, already our airports are chock-a-blocked. I don't know if our airports can handle further loads unless the airports go for massive expansions, because every single aircraft is now going full.
So, taking up from here, the airline policies and the chaos it has created, the cancellations, refunds, rebooking, TAAI has been very, very strong in this, the business of the business travel. What is your take on that, sir? Is it complete distress? They have been able to come back, or what's happening?
There are three parties to it now. DGCA was never a party. All earlier debates were between the airlines. But the recent communications of DGCA, creating unwanted confusion, suggests that A, B, C, whatever relaxation has to be offered in terms of cancellations that are effected on travel beyond 7 days is only valid if it's done through an airline website. How can the government say that? It's not right. So we've represented on that. But the capping that has come in some time ago, a limit that prices cannot go beyond. Now you have also witnessed that 60% of the seats must go free to the passengers. So the government's become more customer focused without realizing that with that customer focus, again, airlines will be compelled to add on additional prices to the basic price, which would again mean some way or the other passengers are going to get hurt. So it's a very chaotic confusion scenario right now, with one law coming up, the other law coming up, and now again there's another announcement day before yesterday that the seat mandated 60% free seats is to be put on hold and till further notice. Then they said the capping on highest, the dropping on tickets. Well, they said government's trying to reconsider that. Now these are the scenarios that are coming in, and we are very confused. Believe me, we are very confused.
Tell me, sir.
But having said that, we continue our dialogues with the airlines. Thanks to their very prompt responses, some of the airlines have been very, very prompt in their responses, particularly Indigo, who have assured us that whatever is available to a customer that comes via their direct net will also be available to agency the customers, even if the ticketing is booked through agencies.
Sunil ji, the cost Delhi Raipur 20,000 rupees, 24,000 rupees. Don't you think there should be an upper limit? I'm not saying you play, but there should be an upper limit.
No, that's what I said. Yes, let the lowest fare be pushed up if they want to strike a viability, but let them not keep the higher fare unlimited.
Yeah, that's
That
what.
becomes very dangerous.
Yeah. Is it also a revenue collapse for a travel agency?
Well, not really as far as the ticket prices are concerned, but right now our members are making some money out of seat selection, for instance. They are making some money out of special fares. But then now when the fares are capped, a little bit of challenge surely to the airlines. But today the industry, to be very open and honest with you, Vikas, is going on a per ticket X number of rupees. If the ticket price is less than 10,000, most of the companies follow X amount. If the ticket amount is more than 10,000, that's a service charge I'm talking about. So that revenue remains no matter what the price is.
We saw that in between charter flights came up. But charter flight is a game of only few and far. It cannot be done by a regular travel agent. So is it like that one side we are hit by no revenue, the cancellations, refund, customer interaction, and other side the charters are coming in where we do not have any kind of participation?
I don't know if you're talking about charter fares or are you talking about group tickets that are blocked by certain agents at X price?
The charter flights which came particularly for the Middle East.
Okay, those charter flights are coming in because of the fact that somebody has taken the initiative to collate all their customers and fly into India. It's been there for a long time to come. For instance, if you look at the history of Goa's growth, the growth of tourism in Goa, charter flights coming in from UK into Goa is what actually started off a huge success factor for Goa tourism. So those are happening because the tour operators out there have decided to organize large groups, charter aircrafts, because they get perhaps a better price and they're marketing it across. What stops me from, as an Indian travel company, as an Indian tour operator, I can also charter a flight and take people wherever I want, provided I have the required networking, I have the required strength to fill that charter. It's possible. Right now, we've been to a place called Praveg Resorts in Lakshadweep, and all the time members were there at one of the recent experiences. So what Praveg Resorts did is they chartered an aircraft from Bangalore to Agatti, and no matter it was a 64-seater aircraft, no matter how many people travel, that charter operates every day. So this is something that is done by the agents or is done by such promotional requirement. It's not done by the airlines. So how do you say that airline agencies have been deprived of an opportunity to sell that ticket?
So maybe the opportunity stands now that India can also be a good charter hub managed by Indian travel companies?
Why not? If the travel companies get together, you see the challenge happening today, and if you want a direct flight between, let's say, London and Indian airport or Frankfurt and an Indian airport, what stops you? Please go ahead and do it.
Sunilji, how do you see this crisis impacting the overall travel ecosystem? Aviation, pricing, consumer settlements, and now sentiments. Consumers are looking for short-haul destinations.
So right now the focus is on domestic tourism. I'm sure all of us
Yeah.
are
Agree to
in
this.
a very big season. I keep telling myself, I keep telling a lot of friends, the earnings we do in April, May, June is equivalent to the earnings we do in the rest 9 months. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
culture of Indian traveler.
Yeah.
Whatever money we make in April, May, June, maybe a little bit of July as well, whatever money we make in these 3.5 months is equivalent to the revenue that we make in the rest 8.5 months. So we've lost the prime time. There's a huge fear on people not to travel. You see a lot of messages coming out. Travel only if you must. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Travel only if you must. That's hurting the agencies. So people have decided to travel within India. But the prices are still high. You can't stop it. And the airlines keep coming back to us saying that what can we do when our fuel cost goes up? 15, 20 years ago, there was nothing called a fuel surcharge.
True.
It was all a packed price. Today, the ticketing process is different. You have a basic fare and you have a fuel surcharge. Basic fare is fixed, but a fuel surcharge keeps varying based upon the cost of the oil. I myself had a booking to Hong Kong and then to Manila, some bookings to Taiwan, and I called up Cathay Pacific. I said, hey guys, what have you done? Overnight you increase the price. We are not even aware about it. Now who's going to pay for this 4,000-5,000 per ticket? Well, they have no answer. They said, it's not in our domain. The head office has done it because of the threat of the fuel. Now, this is something that's happening every day with every airline, with most agents in India. And this is a big challenge we are facing today.
Sunil, because 23,000 plus flight cancellation globally, airspace closure, disrupting your long haul flights, 8 hours flight turning into 12 hours flight. So, do you think India is a safe destination and we can bet on India now? Bringing mice and other people to India?
Sir, the route to India is a challenge, isn't it? So even that route has to go through a change. I flew in from Madrid to Zurich last week. From Zurich, I had to arrive into Bombay. I had to connect at Bombay. I had very little time to connect at Bombay to Hyderabad. But the aircraft, when it came in, it took off on time. And to my surprise, when the captain announced we are landing at so and so time, I went there and asked them, how come? They said, sir, the route is closed. We are coming via Afghanistan or whatever route is suggested.
Yeah.
It was a 35-minute delay. So there is a difficult situation the airlines are also facing. But I believe people have to wake up to the fact that especially India as a destination, as a very good destination, it's time for Indian government to start promoting more aggressively that a lot of, it's not that Middle East only has Indian visitors. Middle East has visitors from all over the world. People go to Dubai, people go to Abu Dhabi, people go to a lot of places in Middle East for a holiday. Now they all can come to India, but you need a government to be most active, aggressive, and the industry is always there to support this happen.
If government is proactive, but can India actually benefit as an alternative destination?
Well, it can't happen overnight. It will take some time to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
You have the manpower, you have willingness, you have so many qualified travel companies. I don't think in any part of the world people work the way Indian travel companies work. I've got so many of my friends after 6 o'clock they don't even pick up the phone. In India, people are ready to work 24/7.
Yeah.
We don't sleep on so many occasions. We are ready to rise to the occasion, offer service to the customers. I don't think there's a better destination than India. But it can't happen merely because travel agencies get together. It has to happen as a very strong force from India involving the government, the tourism authorities, the travel companies, the hospitality industry. Everybody needs to start promoting, but I don't see that happening today. If it happens, nothing like it.
So, for trade, what immediate steps should industry player take to minimize this impact? What's your advice?
Well, number one, personally and as an association, allow me to mention that sustainability is the most important aspect of any travel company. After getting so badly beaten during the COVID period, we don't want that to happen again. But the threat that we are getting there is very, very large. So what we have to do is urgently find alternate solutions. I see a lot of traffic moving towards Thailand, towards Vietnam,
Yeah.
more happening towards Asia, so we're diverting some traffic there, but then you can't push everyone there. The second alternative is maybe India as a country, a little bit of support from South Asia, from some countries of South Asia. Well, I think it's a good opportunity. Yeah, more. And that is something, if people don't wake up to this reality, then they would be threatened with losses. Because I don't know if the war continues, what will happen in April. Already we've lost bookings. April has started, and if somebody doesn't start planning for May travel, which is our peak heat month for outbound, and then 50% of June, well, I think then when will they decide to come? When will they travel? On which airline will they book tickets? Which hotel will they choose? Which destination will they choose? It's too late now.
True. So, in this uncertain time, industry needs you, your experience. So, how can business build resilience at this time? Because resilience is the most important thing when you are running through this tough weather.
Well, viability, number one, definitely for sure, I'm not trying to be negative, but it's a minus revenue compared to what happened to us exactly 1 year ago. That reality we have to accept. So you have to cut your coat according to the cloth. Number two, you have to find additional revenue streams. Additional revenue streams will come from events, will come from hospitality industry, will come from domestic tourism. I think you must have your company get up for this purpose. Number three, even those few who are traveling, I see a very big demand on insurance. At least this is millions. People at this point of time do not want to travel without overseas travel insurance. And overseas travel insurance is a good revenue stream. So the percentage of people who were buying insurance earlier was barely 1/3. I think there is an option for people to make sure, explain to the customer why an insurance is required at this point of time. It's not a question of somebody being young or old. It's not a question of good your health is. It's a question of uncertainty that is attacking all of us. Therefore, that is another strong revenue model that you try push in a lot of insurance sales. That is another revenue stream for us. So, like these options, I think companies will have to sit together and plan what else they can offer to our customers. One thing is sure, Indians love traveling. There's a large percentage of Indians wanting to travel. Sure, they will travel no matter how much war is happening, at least in India. And if that crowd you're able to manage, I think you've done.
I think TAAI is one of the largest travel association of India. And I'm sure you must be doing something very strong for all the members. But I think today with this small interaction, we might reach to the larger audience in the travel trade. What you would say to the Indian travel fraternity today that this phase has come and how we should react at this difficult time?
I go back to the last book I have authored. Unfortunately, it's out of stock with Amazon. I have to update it. The main title of the book was Discover Comfort in Discomfort. That was the title of the book, though I've titled it as Face My Couch. So I believe we have to discover comfort, no matter what kind of a discomfort situation that exists. And that comfort can come in when you are working proactively on the travel that will take place in the next 2-3 months. I don't think travel today is not going to happen. It's deferred travel. A large percentage of travel is a deferred travel. So that travel will happen, if not in April, May. Some part of it will happen later as well. But having said that, when you ask me a question as TAAI, what are you doing? What are your plans and what are your members working towards?
Yes.
And let the whole industry be aware about it. Well, I would say that our members are getting geared up to handle domestic tourism in a bigger way. There is already a lot of communications that are going on. Visit a lot of Asian destinations. People are very comfortable traveling to Asian destinations. Now the big challenge here is something that's out of our purview. That is the prohibitive costs of air tickets. Something that nobody can do anything about it.
Yeah.
Neither can the airlines also do anything about it because they've gone through a rough experience during COVID and they do not want to get into another similar mode again. Imagine so many aircrafts not taking off. I am informed that Anil, you were talking about 3,000 flights cancelled.
23,000.
30,000 flights. 30,000 flights in and out of Middle East have been cancelled. 30,000 flights. So if they cancel, what are those aircrafts doing? They are lying there. So is it not a cost to the airlines? And how will the airlines recover from there? So it's a lose-lose situation to everybody, to the travel agency, to the airline, to the hospitality industry. So what else can we do? The only option India has is we've got a very large population here. We've got an excellent network of the airlines here, and I believe we must work. And my one-point agenda is allow people to discover India.
What should the government do right now, in your views? And what's your advice to the government?
Government is completely diverted onto ensuring energy is available to you, LPG is available to you, fuel is available to you. They are busy with their own with the elections that are taking place. It's such a difficult time for the government. You can't blame this government at this point of time. Government is fully occupied. So when will the government wake up to right now say, come to India? So that's something that the industry will have to do along with the government. So you need to have the entire industry come together. Maybe a good point for faith, if some of the people from faith are listening to what I'm saying, because faith happens to be the umbrella federation in the country. I think a very good approach from faith would be to guide the entire country on how to regain viability during these 3-4 months.
I think there's a great takeaway through you, what we are getting, and through our effort, small effort, with this small talk we've done, the trade going to benefit about. Thank you, Sunil. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you around with us. Keep guiding us. The trade is very happy that people like you, knowledgeable people like you are there to guide and navigate. And it has been an absolute pleasure interacting with you today.
Before we close, Sunilji, officially close, but one thing which is nagging, do you think this is the time for synergy between the stakeholders. Airlines cannot do much.
That's why
Hotels.
That's why you statement of mine, Anilji. All the stakeholders are faith. Hospitality industry is a part of faith. Transport industry is a part of faith. Tour operators, travel companies are a part of faith. So that's why I said, if faith can step forward and bring in the required synergy, I think this is a great opportunity for India to be available as the best option in the current scenario, without impacting too much negatively on the travel, tourism and hospitality industry.
Point well taken. Thank you for it.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to speak with you.
Bye.
Thank you.
It's
Thanks.
always a pleasure talking to you, Sunilji.
You are watching Travel World Online.